Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the second video we've got for you today.
And as being the second video, it's our second promotion for our own merch. We are our own advertisement this week. We hope you go over
some
to
sweet stuff for you guys.
Yeah, just some brand new stuff. Me and Joe are wearing them. The new hats that we got. If you're a hat guy or if you're not, you put the hat on your head anyway to cover your terrible looking hair until you get a haircut, okay? That's what I use hats for. And also paintball because, you know, it hits you in the head and a little bit of softness there. And then, and then we got a new shirt design. We got the little AJ Superman logo. Of course, grab your OJ shirt if you haven't already. Get it in time for Halloween. And yes, we know it's green, but you know what? We want to wear the OJ shirt on the news every once in a while, so don't worry about it. So we're promoting our own products. Click the link down below. It directly supports our show and an independent artist, our friend over at Rogues Apparel. Go check it out. Thank you so much, and let's talk about the gaming news.
Oh, wow. This episode, we got some stuff. All right, China is doing China things, and now they're encouraging their people to be rats, snitches. Players are encouraged to identify games that
get stitches.
Yeah, that don't require real name registration or implement time and spending limits. And they want you as in the Chinese video game consumers, to go out and report these
How much
people.
money are we talking about?
If I find out you done snitched on us, I'm gonna bust a cap in your tiny pizza breath ass. What? Wait a second. Where you going, man? We go. Oh, see.
And they will report. They will
Nothing.
report.
But we hear things over here about things that happen over there, and I worry for some of these people.
I worry. Sometimes it's exaggerated,
for
but sometimes it's not.
That's stupid.
So
That's
set up by the
super
National Press and Publication Administration, the government body that handles video games industry and approvals. It's whether games have implemented the new time limits for players, whether a game is complying with the requirement for real
3 hours
name.
only, Joe. How dare you?
We'll talk about that soon.
Yeah,
but I was fucking pissed.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got a piss. We got an OJ piss. Wow, that rarely happens. I can't wait.
And then there's a new cap on online spending. So if you can't spend more than $31 per month for 8 to 15-year-olds and $61 for 16 to 18-year-olds.
What is going on?
And so they want you to report those people. Now, these new restrictions,
Terrible.
Yeah, they're terrible. And the game companies don't necessarily like, but the game companies want to remain in business. So over 200 Chinese game firms have now reportedly vowed to self-regulate.
Self-regulate? Yeah, sure.
You mean follow
Don't
the
look at the
rules?
files.
Yeah.
These are the fake files.
Yeah, so apparently these game companies are like, yeah, absolutely, we'll make sure that we do this. Please don't take away our video games. This is the only way we support ourselves. We're a company. We didn't,
That's
they
gonna be
didn't.
a big drop, though.
It is a huge drop. Now, this is something that, remember, China, as of right now, is the largest video game market in the world, right? Huge, if the biggest mobile
By
game
volume.
market. Like
They have more people.
They have more everything else. And so by limiting the amount of time that people can play, by limiting the amount of money that people can spend, we actually, as weird and horrible as it is, people may actually stop looking towards China when they're developing some of these games, and then I don't know. I'm trying to look for like a silver lining in here. Maybe it's like maybe the video game industry gets better because they're not going to be making Diablo
okay,
more.
you want to look for the silver lining. I'm going to look for the negative lining. All those Chinese developers that were doing all the mobile microtransactions and all the tactics to keep people playing are going to come over to the United States and make our shit even worse. That's what's
even worse. All right. Well, let's continue with the worst. Blizzard, Overwatch executive producer, is the latest to leave Blizzard, and so leaving this week. Says Overwatch 2.
You mean sleep?
Sleep.
It was sleep.
It was sleep.
Sleep.
Says Overwatch 2 is in the final stages of production.
No, it's not.
Didn't give that. Well, Overwatch 2 is Overwatch 1.5.
Yeah, it was in final stage of production a few years ago.
Yeah, well, it takes them a really long time because Valve hasn't made a new game for them to steal. And like, without Team Fortress 4 for them to copy, they didn't know what to do. So they just redid Overwatch 1.
Makes sense.
Got him. All right, so he's not giving a reason for leaving. We know exactly the reason that you're leaving. It's totally fine. And did not refer to the multiple lawsuits and investigations Activision Blizzard currently faces, but almost certainly those were considered.
No, I'm just leaving. Are you sure? Huh?
You don't like making money?
No, I'm just leaving. No. She's getting hot in here, man.
Yeah. Said the temperature, the AC. I'm sick
out.
of it. Well, we could get that fixed. Or
No,
lower.
I'm good. I'm just gonna leave. No questions asked, please.
Sinking ship.
That's not the only departure. Blizzard chief legal officer is leaving amid multiple lawsuits. So,
Claire, like, fuck this shit, man.
Yeah.
This is too much work. Nobody told me I had to do this much fucking work. I'm out of here.
Where's the fun times we used to have?
Yeah. Well,
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so Claire Hart served more than 3 years at the World of Warcraft firm, chief legal officer, announced the departure on LinkedIn, and then just...
Damn. Well, they need to rehome that shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
But they did make a good game recently that we played.
No,
Yeah.
they didn't.
We're not there.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Activision Blizzard is now, this has actually happened right after we posted the news last week, is now under SEC investigation,
Cronut's told me.
according to a Wall Street Journal report. So more than 2 months after the state of California for Fair Employment and Housing filed a lawsuit against Blizzard, the SEC decided they're going to investigate them.
Whoa, the college football is investigating?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's the Trojans. They're going to go get them, right?
conference, yeah.
I don't know, actually.
No, isn't it
SEC?
SEC? That's what Texas.
the
Texas?
Yeah, Texas.
We're
UT
trying to
is
get
trying
to
to
it.
get into the.
Yeah,
Was it Big
Arkansas.
12?
Well,
Well,
they
you're
got
leaving
their ass
then.
whooped by
Oh, yeah,
Arkansas.
not
Yeah,
yet.
you're losing. You're trying to get
Anyway,
back in. Yeah, so the college football people. Yeah.
conference is the college football conference
know
is
the
now
conferences.
investigating Blizzard.
No, they want the real SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission, has launched a wide-ranging investigation into Activision Blizzard Incorporated, including how the video game publishing giant handled employees' allegations of sexual misconduct.
Yeah, that's
and
why that lady
workplace
left. She's like, all right.
Yeah.
They deleted too many files.
It's too hot in here. Oh, that guy, he said it's too hot. Yeah, it is too hot.
Yeah, she went to lunch, never came back. That was a year ago.
Yeah.
She said she was going to bring us coffee.
went to lunch.
She went to go get cigarettes. She never came back. She doesn't even smoke.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, and so now we're talking about subpoenas from Bobby Kotick. They're asking for
Yeah,
for
they're like,
minutes from
Bobby,
this.
Bobby, come here. When I ask
Yeah.
you questions, and Bobby's like, fine, I don't give a fuck. You know how powerful I am? I'll answer your stupid ass questions.
Yeah.
Get out of my face, said Bobby.
This is where it's going to hit them, right? Like as sad as it is, all of the people that are like, with signs outside of Blizzard, like, hey, don't grab my butt. Blizzard never gave a shit about any of them. You know that old every voice doesn't matter thing that
The little plaque they need to tear out.
Yeah, that stuff is true. Now this is money. Right,
Money.
And this is
That's the only way you get to these companies.
Yeah, the investor. Remember, their investors are suing them. They're looking into their options because it's like, look, the stock price is going to take a huge shit,
That's
and
for
it's
sure.
because you didn't let us know stuff that you are required to let us know per the agreement they had for investment, and so this is a big deal. So we'll have to see where this one goes.
Where there's blood in the water, you're going to get plenty of sharks. So, as Blizzard's bleeding, more and more of these are going to start to happen. It's a domino effect, essentially.
Good.
Well, speaking of Blizzard, Diablo 2 Remastered came out this week.
Boo! That's what I was
The three of us streamed it towards the end of last week.
Frustrating fucking experience. But amazing at the same time, since it's the first time I played Diablo 2 from start to finish. I fucking loved it.
Look, Blizzard said that they weren't going to change nothing about how the game worked, right? They were just going to change the visual aspects, and so that included the internet and servers from 2001. So they kept all of the legacy systems in there. Because the launch was absolutely shit tier garbage. It was insanely frustrating.
Yeah, down for hours. When we were playing, then we'd suddenly lose 15 levels.
Yeah, the characters
If you're
temporarily
lucky, it would
deleted.
come back.
Sometimes it came back. Sometimes I lost several levels. It was a huge issue. Now, we had a big LAN party this weekend. The food was good.
Worst day ever.
Everybody's like, all right, the launch is over.
We had
launch
everything
woes
set. We had
over.
food, drinks, snacks.
There was
Everybody's gonna
pizza,
everything.
jerky,
Woo!
candy. I made pork butt.
Butt.
Like
Delicious.
there was whiskey and beer. We went all over town getting some of the best beers from some of the best places. Someone flew cross country to come see it. Like this is something that's like we are grown-ups.
Dr. Evil.
We are going to have a LAN. It's going to be fun. And there was server maintenance all fucking day. So
We sat around for 5 hours.
it was supposed to be
5 hours.
they decided
Is
to
it up? Is it up? No, I'm not.
And so it was supposed to be only 3 hours long during peak hours on a weekend, launch
what a
weekend.
dumb ass move.
And then instead, it lasted for several hours after the fact. We had to come up with all of
The
these.
servers were fine too. Like
I
we
know.
were playing on the servers, and then just wait till fucking Monday when everybody's at work or something.
His PC kept crashing for no reason because, he was
Well,
touching it.
yeah,
I
he's
mean,
touching
that wasn't their fault. That's his fault.
I couldn't join the games.
You could. Oh man,
That was dumb. It's like,
it was
this
terrible.
game's
He kept
no longer-
dying. I mean,
that was different.
That's your fault, not their fault. I'm just going over like the woes, right? I bought this amazing beer and I gave it to OJ and Doc to drive here while I picked up the dinner that I had spent hours making for them. And when I showed up, the bottle of beer was empty. And I thought they were joking that they had drank it before.
Spilled all over.
And apparently they just spilled it all over the floor of the car. And so this really amazing beer I'll never get to drink.
You could suck on Joe's carpet if you want.
You had a little bit of it. It was good.
Joe's floorboards.
So, another horrible launch for a Diablo game, a Blizzard product.
But other than that,
we played for like maybe 3
I would
hours.
like to say I fucking love Diablo 2. I understand why it's so revered.
We played 7
I enjoyed it very much, and I highly recommend it to you.
Off and on.
Perhaps do a rapid fire review for that game, maybe. Do something.
I mean, I played it a million times. Why not?
But
Yeah.
he already
Fucking
knows
awesome.
I had to drag OJ through the content, kicking and screaming.
Because Joe kept leaving, and then they wouldn't talk to Tyrael, and then we had to redo everything.
Man.
We had to do the
did
maggot layer 5 times.
Great.
It's horrible.
Oh, and when we're in
That's not my
space, we had to
fault.
find. We had to go all 4 different
The arcane-
directions.
the arcane.
Oh,
synced in,
god
yeah.
damn it.
This time, though, OJ did manage to finish the game with over 100,000 gold.
I did.
Yeah.
Because the first
Right,
time
yeah.
he sold every white non-magical dagger that he found, and he only finished it with
Money's money.
20,000 gold.
Dollars are dollars.
Well, because I like the story of Diablo, his brothers, all this shit. It makes me want to, either play a little bit of Diablo 3.
Oh, power level would be great.
Yeah, or no, I shouldn't say. Diablo Immortal, I had 0 interest in, -7 interest in Diablo Immortal. But after playing Diablo 2 and needing more Diablo, maybe my interest goes to -6.
Yeah.
If only
It's so
to
negative.
figure out what the story is or
No.
where
No,
is
not
it?
at all.
Is it after? Is it Diablo 4? Are they working on Diablo 4?
There are a couple years from now. It'll be
Fuck
out.
yeah! All right.
Look, Diablo 3 came out and it was awful on launch, and they spent a while fixing it. And it's at a state where, while I was prepping for this game, we went back and we played quite a bit of Diablo 3. So,
Yeah.
if you want to play, we can.
Diablo
get into
3
that.
was also a disaster at launch.
horrible.
Horrible at launch.
I made a
good
bunch
now.
of money on that game though, because
Yeah,
there
yeah,
was a
the
real
auction house.
real
Yep.
money
Yep,
auction
yep, yep.
house, which was the dumbest idea ever.
Hey, but you made your money.
But you profited, so it's
I
fine.
made like
So
12
stupid,
bucks.
but I made
It's like I
it.
paid for the cost of the game and like one other thing.
You spent a week of fucking in-game time for $12.
No. Well, look, I got like
He's already
$72,
playing,
right?
alright.
And I was gonna be wasting that time anyway.
All right.
But
They
anyway,
paid for the game.
another Diablo launch. It was also miserable. Fix your shit. You knew it was coming.
It is stable now, to be fair.
Are you sure?
Well, I
was
don't know.
fucked up- it was
We haven't
fucked
played
yesterday.
since.
It was fucked
We haven't
yesterday.
played since.
Like,
so.
Connor couldn't
But
get
it
in,
was
and I
stable
couldn't get
enough for
in.
us to finish the game on Friday, right?
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Stupid
So
test on Sunday.
hopefully, we'll see. That's what I got. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
yeah. So, bad news and good news. And then there's news. There's worrisome news. Okay, so go ahead. So what do you want? The bad news or good news?
Bad news first.
Bad
Let's
news
go with
first.
Bad news first.
Injustice trailer is now out, and our Superman
Is evil.
Yes.
Of course, man. My favorite story, Injustice, where Superman does the unthinkable, turns into a bad guy, and then the whole fucking series is a fucking asshole, and you have to fucking
that's
go
what they
against
really
it.
want to do, just
And
make him
Batman
fucking
is
evil
a
and kill
hero,
everyone.
and I'm a he
Kill
kills and murders.
everyone.
But to be fair, Tom Taylor made a great story, and if you want the definitive version of evil Superman, boom, you got Injustice. It's cool. There's a small dark side of me that would have been like, man, I kind of wanted to see what Zack Snyder's take would have been on it. I'm saying
The dark
I'm
side.
saying the dark side. Of
I
me,
got it.
right, and you'll get a little bit, obviously, if you want that check out the Injustice animation. DC animation is good, guys.
Yes.
I would recommend it to you. So this one, unfortunately, doesn't look like it's going to premiere on HBO Max on day one. I was hoping that you could get a little bit of that because they own the DC and all that other stuff.
Blu-ray release?
Correct. It is on October the 19th.
What about day
so
2?
maybe we will do a review on it.
Will it be on HBO day 2?
Day 2? No, not day 2
You
either,
said
Joe. We don't
not
know.
day
Not
1. I was
day
like,
one.
yeah, waiting for day 2.
So, good news, since we did the bad news there, which the bad news is kind of good news because it's animation and you don't care about Superman being evil. Only I care about Superman being evil. Anyways, Witcher 3 got 3 new trailers for Season 2 and officially announcing they will return for Season 3.
More
Yay,
Henry.
What? More Henry.
Oh, the TV show.
Yes, the TV show.
Oh, you said Witcher 3, and I was like, what? What the fuck are they
Did I say Witcher 3?
Yeah, I was
I
like,
meant-
re-releasing. It's like, yeah,
It's
okay, cool.
just-
Right.
It's like, wait, this is
That's
recent.
the best version. So Season 3 is what I mean.
Excellent.
And then
I'm all for it.
more Henry, more stories, more hopefully Vesemir and all these other people that we know and love.
It's
Should
not
be
gonna
pretty
be Mark
awesome.
Hamill. It should have been Mark Hamill.
Yeah, that would have been pretty fucking sweet, but unfortunately, no.
And immediately grabs his silver sword, and then he holds it in his hand, and he throws it over a cliff.
No,
No?
don't do that.
No.
Ryan Johnson is not involved, okay?
Drinking that blue milk.
Yeah.
Green
I am
milk.
perfectly fine with the showrunner, Lauren. She's
Yeah.
been doing a fantastic job. We've talked before.
Ball
on
sack
Twitter.
armor is gone.
Ballsack's armor is gone. She listens to
like it,
feedback.
though.
She listens
It's
to
custom
feedback.
fitted.
Oh, when it gets cold, it shrinks the size.
Oh
yeah.
my
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
the army is shrinks in size. The Nilfgaardians should never attack during the winter.
No.
So what happened?
can't move.
Our army ran outside. They all suffocated and died.
That is hilarious. Anyways, and then finally, speaking of, live actions adaptations, we have a first picture of The Last of Us on HBO. We get the back of their heads. We get the back of Joel's head, and we get the back of Ellie's head.
Are you
And
for sure it's their heads?
yeah, it's their heads.
Because typically when they film stuff in Hollywood, when you get like back of the head scenes, it's
Oh
not
yeah,
them.
yeah. No, I think this
Cosmic
is them. It's a
Sam, Bruce
frame
Willis.
from. It's a
Yeah,
frame
wasn't
from.
him.
Yeah.
Prove it. I don't think it's them.
He was only on set for like
2
7 hours.
No, it was less than that.
2 hours. Well, anyways, apparently, Pedro Pascal is going to be on set for more.
Yeah,
Than
he's great. I love that guy.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to it. Season 1. I am not looking forward to season 2.
Well,
whenever they bring in,
Oh,
the stuff that that we played that we thought was like kind of ruining the story. So
Very split.
should be interesting. They're looking at a crashed jet or something in the distance. So already kind of hinting that it will go in a different way. It won't follow exactly the path that they took in the video games. But I'm curious, is he still going to be in Austin? I like the fact, us living in Austin, that we saw, oh, shit, Joe's from Austin. And is that still going to be a thing? He's like, no, fuck that guy. That's where Joe is from. I'm not. Neil Druckmann comes in. No, change Austin. It's Boston now.
Boston, Texas.
Boston,
What?
That guy.
It's not. No, Boston, Texas.
Boston, Texas. But Joel is Boston, Texas. Yeah. So we'll see. If all of a sudden Joel's town changes, then that it was because of me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're sorry,
do.
actually. It was us.
Well.
Anyway, so that's it. Looking forward to the first trailer for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, thank you so much for watching.
out
If
some
you
sweet
like our
merch.
show, I know it's a little downtime with the video games, but it's a perfect time to use your money to purchase to support the show, to keep it going. We got, a lot of good games coming out. Age of Empires we're looking forward to. We're looking forward to Battlefield. And then, the pandemic has kind of shifted things over. Halo. And then
2022 is gonna be
2022 is going to be
big,
fucking
maybe.
big, man. Tell you
Everything
what.
got pushed back.
In that year, yeah, 2022,
We'll see.
2023. Anyway, good time to be a gamer because stuff is on the horizon, and it's going to be awesome. Thank y'all so much for watching. Watch episode 1 as well of the news, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.